Greetings, this is Mike from Box Mountain, and one of our products, Cryptid Crate, is a subscription box in which you get all kinds of cryptozoology fun items, from socks to books to DVDs to t-shirts. In the June 2021 box, you will have received a nice little game, sqWatch Out. It's for ages 8 and up, so therefore should be fine for just about every member of your family. And so that you get to enjoy it more, I'm going to give a little tutorial and unboxing video here, and that way you don't miss out on one of the nice items we have. So here we go. Alright, first we'll unbox this cute little box. Just slides right out. Put that aside, and you'll have this one sheet double-sided rule book, if you want to call it a book. Then you will also have, this cute little box holds the triangle shaped cards nicely. You will have various decks of cards here. These here, those and these. Alright, these are Trek cards. You should have 40 of them. They have various numbers on them, 10, 7, it goes from 1 to 10. And it is kind of cute because basically it shows the progression of this explorer going into the woods. During the daytime the sun sets, and at night he's camping and stuff, and they're in numerical order and chronological order. So that's awfully cute, and we'll put those aside for now. Also with the same backs are your action cards, and there are 8 action cards. And similar to a game like Uno, where it is, you know, swap cards, lose a turn, take 2 turns, that sort of thing. And those will eventually get mixed into that deck. Then you have these proof cards. And basically, you broke your camera, no proof. You got vocal recordings, yes, you have proof. Blurry photo is no. Close-up photo is yes. The person with the most yes cards at the end of the game will win. So we'll explain that more when we get into the instructions. And then the last ones are these sliced up pictures of Bigfoot here. And you'll see that better in the setup, but it makes a nice little picture of Bigfoot running away. And on the other side is basically the same image. I think I have my feet mixed up. It's the same image but without Bigfoot, and that's a timing mechanism, which again I'll explain as we get into the instructions. But that basically, Bigfoot disappears is the end of the game. Okay, and then I'll show you how to set up the game next. Alright, first step in setting up the game is you take your proof cards and you're going to take 3 out. There's a total of 9 cards. You only play with 6. By taking 3 out, you're adding replayability to the game, because you don't know how many yes or no cards are in these 6. You get a different ratio every time you play the game. And you're just going to set these up like so. And then you're going to put Mr. Bigfoot on top of them. I can remember how these go. Actually, I think it's going to go there. So there you are. You have a little picture of Bigfoot, and what happens is, as you play the game, you're going to remove that proof card from beneath and give it to the winning player, and then you will flip the card and put it back. And when Bigfoot completely disappears after 6 rounds, the game is over. Again, I'll explain that in the instructions. So now we're on to setting up the action, or the Trek cards. The action cards get put aside for now. And basically what you're going to do is You're going to shuffle them real good, especially the first time out of the box, but you got to shuffle them real good, and which I'm not going to take the time to do. And then you deal out 4 to each player. We're going to pretend this is a 2-player game. Okay, and set those aside for now. And these are going to be put like so. And you cannot look at these cards. And then you're going to take, each player is going to take 1 and put it aside. And that card they can look at. So basically, this person's got a 5, and they're going to put that one aside. I have a 2, and I'm going to put that aside. We can't look at the base cards. Then you're going to shuffle the action cards into this deck. And I'm going to not waste your time doing that. Okay, we're back, and the deck is nice and shuffled. So the next thing to do is to reveal a card off the top, and that forms your discard pile, which is an important part of this game. Okay, and now you are all basically set up. So to play the game, I'm going to pretend I'm first player here. I'm going to decide whether I want that card or a card off the top of the deck if I don't like that card. Obviously, when the numbers go 1 to 10, 9 is a very good card. So, again, I don't know what's in my hand except for that card, which I can't touch. So I'm definitely going to take that 9. And what's going to happen is I swap it out with a card that's here. Again, I don't know what this card is that I just swapped out. It goes into the discard pile. And of course, Murphy's Law, it was a 10. So I basically just hosed myself out of a point. Now, player 2 will go and they decide discard or 1 off the top, and they're going to take my 10, obviously, and they're going to swap it out. And a person with a good memory is going to do well in this game because you can't look at those cards, and you got to try and remember, I have a 9, they have a 10, and they're replacing it with a 5. Now, 5 is middle of the road. I could take it if I know I have a bad card, which I don't. I only know I have a 9. So I'm not going to risk it for the other ones, and I'm going to draw 1 off the top, and of course it's a 4. So I'll swap it out with this middle card, which is a 1, so I did better. So now I have a 4 and a 9 that I know of and trying to remember. That person's not going to want a 1, so they're going to draw from here, and they lose a turn. So basically it comes back to me. I obviously can't take that, so I draw and a 2. So I'm not going to swap it out. I'm going to give it to the discard pile. My opponent does not want a 2, but they want a 10. So they're going to swap out, and of course swap out a 7. But now we know they have 2 10s, plus, if he remembers correctly, he has a 5. The game ends when somebody thinks they're winning and calls sqWatch out. So when somebody does that, they don't get any more turns, but every other player gets a turn trying to, top what they have. We already know they have a 20, but not knowing what that is, they're going to push their luck and not call sqWatch out. So I'm going to have my turn. I like that 7. I know it's better than this card. So I'm going to swap that out with the 4. They're going to take a risk and say that 4 is not greater than what's there, but they get a 3, and they're going to swap that out. So even though I swapped this card out before, I can keep swapping it out, trying to get it higher. So I know it's better now, but this person's going to want 1 good high card before they call the sqWatch out. And let's just say they think I'm catching up. So they're going to swap that out, and obviously did a better swap, but they're going to call sqWatch out because they have 26 here and they remember they have a 5 here, so that's 31. They're going to say sqWatch out. So I get 1 more turn to hopefully get a 9. I'm going to risk swapping this one out, and of course I throw away an 8. I should have, no, a 7. I mean, I'm still going to lose. So basically I took my last turn. we reveal our cards, and obviously they win with 31 when I have 18, 21, 28. So they win. They're going to choose the head on good old Bigfoot here. If I can pick up the card. And this card will be theirs. They do not look at it. I'm showing you, but they do not look at it. Nobody knows what those cards are until the end of the game. And that gets replaced. And that is one round, and they call a round a trek contest. So basically the two players were trekking into the woods, seeing how deep they can go, pushing their luck, and trying to get proof, which is, you know, this card is a proof card. They're trying to get proof that Bigfoot exists. So that's one round. And we got 6 rounds of this. I'm not going to go through that all for you, but to play the next round, you got to go through the deck and take out those action cards so that your deck is all Trek cards again, and then shuffle that up, deal out 4 cards each person, and then you can separate the one, look at it, and put it aside, and then go ahead and shuffle those back into the deck, and then you play another round. So, you know, you'd start the game like this, and then this person has 1 victory. So we're going to skip ahead to the end of the game. Okay, so let's just say we got to the end of the game. We played 6 rounds. We have 2 victories from the 2 Trek contests for that player. I have won 4. I'm going to cheat and just say I made a major comeback and I got 4 victories. Okay, the picture is now, the scene is now complete without Bigfoot. He disappeared on us. Game is over. We reveal these cards. We don't have any idea what there are. And of course, I have 4 no's. The person with the most yeses wins. So even though this player only won 2 rounds, they have 2 yeses and I have 0. And that again is part of the taking 3 cards out at the beginning, because we could have had 4 yeses in the game and only 2 no's. But this game we had only 2 yeses and 4 no's, or it can, you know, it's random. It can be an even split of 3 and 3 or whatever. So changes up the game and adds another element of luck to winning, because you know, even if we had a 3-player game and they only had 1 card each and I had 3, it doesn't matter, because it's the person who has the most yeses. So that is the end of the game. And if there is a tie, they call it a sqWatch standoff. In the event of a tie, you play 1 last round head to head, and the winner of the round wins the game. There's also alternate rules in case the game isn't meaty enough for you. There's a search party option, and there's a swap sqWatch option. So you can also change up the game that way and get some more playability out of it. But that is how you play sqWatch out, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you got something out of this video. Feel free to check out the links below and go to our homepage and stuff. You will have the opportunity to email us and let us know if you like this video, if it was helpful. Suggestions for other videos are nice. You can also put those in the comments. Feel free to critique this video. It's the first one. And hopefully we'll get Matt to do some technical videos on the MakerBox. If you have comments, speaking of which, if you have comments about MakerBox or Pips Mountain, you're more than welcome to give us feedback on those. And we will probably have more games in other boxes, so we can do more of these videos. But let us know and feel free to make suggestions so we can add more video content and enjoy the game.